Now, this is quite a story from NASA because for the second time in history, a man-made object has left our solar system. NASA is saying the Voyager 2 probe is now in a space between the stars.
For nearly half a century, Voyager 2 has journeyed into the silent vastness of deep space, far beyond the planets, beyond the grasp of our sun, and into the cold, uncharted territory of interstellar space. Launched in 1977, it has drifted farther than any human-made object before, quietly transmitting fragments of data from the edge of the unknown. It crossed the heliopause in 2018, leaving behind the protective bubble of our solar system, and entered a realm untouched by solar wind, where only the pressure of galactic forces remain. It was a milestone in human exploration, but in early 2025, something unexpected happened. Something that would unsettle even the most seasoned scientists. Without command and without malfunction, Voyager 2 changed its orientation. It turned, suddenly, but unmistakably, away from its trajectory. It wasn't random drift, it was directional, and it was deliberate. What followed was a series of transmissions, irregular, distorted, and unlike anything the spacecraft had sent before. Whatever Voyager 2 had encountered beyond the edge of our system, it wasn't just space, it was something else, something that made it look back. Before we start, smash the like and subscribe buttons for more unsettling space discoveries. For decades, Voyager 2 drifted further into the unknown, transmitting faint streams of data from a realm untouched by human presence. It was our farthest emissary, silent, tireless, and steady, moving through the interstellar dark with no expectation of return. In 2018, it crossed the heliopause, entering true interstellar space, a place where the sun's influence fades and the rules begin to change. But what seemed like the beginning of a new chapter in exploration slowly turned into something else. Something far stranger. It began subtly, minor fluctuations in cosmic ray readings, faint irregularities in the magnetic field, tiny anomalies that were easy to dismiss. At first, scientists assumed it was interference, maybe natural variance in the chaotic environment beyond the heliopause. But then the anomalies became consistent, rhythmic, and harder to explain. And then came the moment no one expected. Voyager 2 shifted course. The change was small, but undeniable. A slow, deliberate turn away from its projected path. Engineers confirmed the thrusters hadn't fired. There was no command sent from Earth, and no systems malfunctions detected. Voyager 2, operating on its own, had adjusted its orientation, as if responding to something unseen, something ahead it was never meant to approach. The movement wasn't random. It didn't drift like debris in the void or tumble from a mechanical failure. It rotated slowly, smoothly, like it had sensed something it had to avoid. When mission control confirmed the shift, initial reactions ranged from confusion to disbelief. The spacecraft systems were stable. Its orientation algorithms were functioning. There was no logical reason for it to alter course, yet it had. And it did so in direct opposition to the trajectory it had followed for decades, as though guided or warned. Soon after the turn, Voyager 2's instruments began picking up something far more troubling. A sudden spike in high-energy particles surged through its detectors, energies that didn't match the typical cosmic background. The readings were sharp, erratic, and abnormally intense. Then the magnetometer registered a violent distortion in the local magnetic field. Not the soft warping of interstellar turbulence, but something jagged and directional, as if shaped by design. Patterns began to emerge, repeating pulses, steady fluctuations, too consistent, too deliberate to be natural. At first, scientists questioned the data, wondering if instrument degradation or cosmic interference could explain the anomalies. But cross-referencing with ground-based telescopes and simulations confirmed the readings were real. The magnetic distortions and particle fluxes bore signatures unlike anything recorded before, hallmarks of artificial origin. It wasn't just a random patch of space, it was a boundary, a constructed field, vast and silent, extending in an arc beyond our solar system. now responding directly to Voyager 2's presence. The probe hadn't merely wandered, it had trespassed. Further analysis revealed something chilling hidden within the electromagnetic disturbances. A repeating frequency, steady and precise. Unlike any natural signal, it pulsed every 61.2 seconds, a haunting rhythm that persisted like a heartbeat echoing through the void. Each pulse shifted slightly in strength, but never in timing, suggesting a pattern, a coded message waiting to be understood. When converted into audio by frequency compression, it produced a low, oscillating hum, almost organic, eerily alive. This was not random noise, it was intentional, intelligence. The discovery reignited one of humanity's oldest questions. If intelligent life is common in the universe, then why have we never heard from it? The answer, it seemed, was not silence, but distance. Or perhaps something far more deliberate. Concealment. The mysterious boundary Voyager 2 had encountered was not a natural formation, but a deliberate structure, an accident. Vast containment zone, or threshold stretching silently beyond our solar system, reacting and responding to intrusions. The spacecraft's subtle retreat was no accident. It was a warning, an unmistakable message from something watching us from the dark. The implications of this revelation sent shockwaves through the scientific and military communities worldwide. Secret meetings convened behind closed doors, grappling with questions that defied easy answers. What was the purpose of this boundary? Was it meant to protect us from something lurking beyond, or to keep something dangerous contained within? Or perhaps, more unsettlingly, to keep us isolated and under watch? The technology responsible for this field defied everything we know about physics, manipulating magnetic forces and possibly even the fabric of space-time itself on a scale that suggested a civilization far beyond our comprehension. If this boundary was indeed the work of an advanced civilization, their capabilities would dwarf anything humanity has imagined, able to reshape space itself, remain hidden until detection was unavoidable, and enforce their will across unfathomable distances. Voyager 2's encounter wasn't just a scientific anomaly, it was a stark message that we had crossed the line not meant to be crossed. The probe's silent retreat was not merely a change in trajectory, but a clear response to an ancient, watching presence, one that knew we were here. Voyager 2's cameras were shut down years ago to save power, leaving us without images of what lay ahead, but its instruments painted a chilling scene, a void within the void, an unnatural emptiness devoid of dust, gas, or the faint background radiation usually found in interstellar space. This clean, eerily silent region wasn't random, it had been deliberately cleared, a prepared boundary marking a threshold we were never meant to cross. The silence itself spoke volumes, hinting at a cosmic quarantine more serious than any theory had dared imagine. The idea of an interstellar quarantine, once regulated to speculative fiction, suddenly gained grim plausibility. Was our solar system enclosed, not to shield us from harm, but to shield others from something within? Or to imprison a threat too great to escape? Perhaps this vast, invisible boundary was not merely observation, but enforcement. A cosmic barrier designed to contain or exclude. And now Voyager 2 had unknowingly breached that barrier, triggering a response from an intelligence far older and more powerful than humanity. Voyager 2 continues to drift cautiously, its course stabilizing but clearly altered, as if instructed to retreat. It cannot return to Earth, lacking the fuel and momentum, but its angle now points away from the boundary it had encountered, moving slowly out of range. The strange pulsing signal remains faintly detectable, a constant reminder that whatever lies beyond is still watching, still responding. Back on Earth, scientists tirelessly analyze every byte of data, employing AI-enhanced signal processing that teases out subtle modulations, layers within layers, suggesting a complexity far beyond anything we've encountered. The layers within the signal hint at intricate encoding, an alien language or form of communication that challenges human understanding. Scientists suspect it may never be fully deciphered, or perhaps it was never meant for us to comprehend. Instead, it stands as a stark reminder that the cosmos is not silent. It listens, it watches, and it responds. Not with words, but with actions. The implications ripple beyond astronomy into philosophy and existential dread. We are no longer alone, and our quiet corner of the galaxy has been marked by something ancient and sentient. The fear gripping the scientific community is no longer speculative, it's tangible. The unknown we once thought distant and unreachable now stares back at us from the dark. Voyager 2's unexpected turn and the mysterious signals that have shattered decades of assumptions, forcing a fundamental rethink of our place in the universe. The stars above appear unchanged to the naked eye, but for those who understand, they now burn with a different light, a light of warning, a beacon of awareness. Whatever lies beyond the boundary isn't just real, it's intelligent, it's aware, and it has noticed us. Voyager 2, a fragile relic of human curiosity, launched into the void during a bygone era, has become the first silent ambassador in a cosmic encounter far beyond our understanding. It carries no weapons, no defenses, only the echoes of human hope and wonder. What happens next is unknown. The probe continues to send data, but the silence beyond feels heavier now, pregnant with implication. The universe we thought we knew has shifted. The boundary is real, active, and it has made contact. And in that vast, dark expanse, humanity has been seen. If you liked this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more incredible space discoveries. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think Voyager 2 really encountered out there? Was it a warning, a trap, or something beyond our imagination? We want to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and stay curious. See you next time.